Hello English 113 Online, Fall Semester 2017, Week 10. Dun 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 dun. Yes, Week 10. Fantastic. We are zipping along. What are we doing this week? We are working on our annotated bibliographies, which were introduced last week. If you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say annotated bibliography, go back and look at last week. Okay. Again, you can continue working on paper 2, which is the annotated bibliography. And part of the annotated bibliography is reviewing pathos, ethos, and logos. So we're actually going to have a lecture on that. What the heck is that? Something you should have learned in previous classes. If not, you will get a introduction. If not, you'll get a refresher. So what are we doing? You're watching the videos going on for this week, which we're doing. There is a video on ethos, pathos, and logos. Again, this is the lecture on that. And there's a quiz on annotated bibliography, which is kind of, again, based on what happened last week and this week, you can take the quiz twice. The highest score counts. The object here is just to help you reinforce the concepts of what you're doing. The things that are due this week are the first draft of the annotated bibliography. Yay, that's due. And then remember, several weeks ago, we had the presentation assignment, which is where you get to write a poetry or write a short story. Okay, and again, that's found. Let's go back to where that's found. That's found back here in week 8. So that was assigned in week 8. So if you're not sure, go back and watch the video for week 8. That explains the poetry short story presentation. You had a couple weeks to finish that, and that is now going to be due. So in addition, to help you, there are some sample annotated bibliographies right here where you let's go ahead and click on that and see what happens. Okay, well, there's one example, so let's go ahead and download it. So if you're like, gosh, what is it supposed to look like? How am I supposed to do it? I don't know. You can go ahead and open up the example, which we are doing right now. Okay, and there it is. Whoa. Okay, that is the sample of the annotated bibliography. Yay, yay, okay. Actually, that's weird. That should be over here. Ha! Psych. Okay. Anyway, this is an example of one that would be done. And notice that the sources are in alphabetical order. Now, you don't have to have this many sources for the one that we're doing in this class, but it gives you an idea at least. So let's go back to this week. So again, this week is not really a lot of new information. We're just reviewing ethos, pathos, logos. There's an example here. There is a quiz. Again, take it, figure out what you did wrong, take it again and get 100% on it. Submit the first draft of paper 2. Okay, again, you get full points on this first draft by just submitting it. So I can look over it and give you feedback, so then you can make it all perfect and nicey nice. And then also make sure you turn in your poetry and short story presentation. Now, if you want to do well on paper 2, what I would recommend is you look, because the final draft is due next week. So if we click on paper 2 final draft, just to peek ahead a little bit, and you click on the rubric, this shows you, okay, English 113 Writing Project 2. This shows you how you are going to be graded on this assignment. So what I would do is go through this on your own, read through the different things. Again, your goal is to hit mastery in all these categories. And again, so I'll look at your papers and I'll say, okay, did they do this? 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 Or are there some issues? Okay, so, and then that's how you're going to earn your grade with Writing Project 2. And it's a big part of your grade. Okay, now, one last thing I want to go over for this. Let's go back. It was stated last week, but I think it is worth repeating. The annotated bibliography, in and of itself, is kind of, well, I'll say it's kind of boring. Okay, it's not a lot of fun to do, but it is really designed to help you write a paper, because paper 3 is you're actually going to write a research paper. Well, with paper 2, you've gathered basically all the evidence you need to help you write the paper. They are connected. So that time and effort you put into paper 2 to find good sources, to really understand what each source is offering and what you can bring to the table as far as writing a paper, the more you spend on paper 2, the easier paper 3 will be. And we want to make your life easier. We don't want to make your life harder. So paper 2, again, you're basically finding It's like getting all the ingredients together before you're going to bake the cake. So we're gathering all the ingredients with paper 2 and making sure that we know what each ingredient does. And then when it comes time to bake the cake, which is writing project 3, that's when we'll be able to go back to our ingredients and say, boom, I got all the stuff I need to make this cake. There. Hope that helps. All right. Keep at it. Just keep working hard, and we'll get through the semester. All right.